How does that affect your game?
Really, after like 2 weeks, you get adjusted to breathing, and after that, it's just go ahead and play. You know, I work out a lot, so when I go to other towns and cities and work out, my workouts are like a breeze compared to here.
And do you have to adjust something when you have to play in Tabasco, or you have to play in Monterrey, Mexico City, the strength, or how do you put your arms up, or things like that? Do you have to do that as a baseball player?
Well, I think some guys do. For me, I'm more of just a guy, power hitter that swings hard, and when you hit it, hopefully you hit it on the barrel and it goes a long way. So I don't really try to adjust a lot my swing. What I try to do is just stay focused and every day have the same routine, so it'll stay the same.
You know that in Mexico City, well, not in Mexico City, in the whole of Mexico, and I don't even remember that if that happens in the States or not, but they say that baseball is the king of sports. Mm-hmm. Why would you say that?
I agree. I've done it all my life, so I got to root for baseball.
Yeah. And I mean, I know in the States it's had a long history and you've had the best players. But when you come to another place, another, not only city, but another country in the world, and you see that they have a good fan base, but maybe it's not the first choice.
Right.
But they still call it the king of sports. Yeah. How could that be?
Because everybody knows a great game when they see it.
So, after you saw me, what would you say? That I really suck, of course, but what would you say, what would it be for me?
Just keep practicing, keep working, you'll get there.
And now, talking about the kids, when they first want to become baseball players, what do they have to do?
Practice on your craft. Practice on your skills every day. I mean, I remember as a kid, it wasn't work to practice for me, it was fun. It was like, when you wanted to punish me, take baseball away from me, that's what it was. So, but I practiced, I played. My son's 6 years old, and he plays and he practices and he hits all the time, because anything, if it's reading, school, anything you want to be good at, you have to put in the work to get there. You know, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, all those guys worked their tails off to get to where they're at it. So, and it takes luck and a lot of being at the right place at the right time. But to get to that point, you have to do a lot of work, and that's what baseball is. You have to continue to work on your skill.
When you see these kids playing all over the States, and then you come to Mexico, and I mean, in Mexico City, you know there are a lot of places where they can play, but it's not as usual as in the States. But the feeling about seeing the kids playing this sport, it's something that gives you more, right? Because you see that the sport that you live for and that you play for, people still want to do it.
Right. It's funny because it's great to see kids play, because you remember it's a game.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the reason you play is because you love to play a game, not work. Yeah. So that's what I like to see wherever, because everywhere you go to see baseball, you see kids playing, having fun, and playing a game.
And it's perfect that you told us about your past when you had the opportunity for the NFL also. And when we talk about football and baseball, when you're kids in the States, I'm talking, most of you try for baseball first, right?
Right.
But we're seeing a bit of a transition, that there's a lot of people right now rooting for NFL. What would you say it's happening?
Well, NFL is exciting. You go to a ball game and the crowd's crazy, but it's one day a week.
Yeah.
It's 16 games a year, but baseball is 162 games, day in, day out. It's a grind, but people, I think, forget how beautiful baseball is because of the excitement of watching a football game or seeing somebody get hit and lay out for 30 minutes. But I think baseball, especially in the States, will always be America's pastime because it's just so much history and tradition. For me, as an African American, it was the first sport that was integrated, that all people, race or color, could play, and it didn't matter. So.
It's good that you talk about that theme, because actually in Mexico, the movie 42, it just got here.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't even know why it's the 42. They don't even know Jackie Robinson. They don't know anything about it. Right. But when you talk about being an African American and being integrated, and of course, people of color, they've been better at sports. And that's the truth. I mean, we're not. It's the truth. But when you see that, and when you see people rooting and remembering, and a day especially where everybody puts on the 42, what does that feel for?
Well, that's great. I mean, because for me, all over the world, we all the same. We're people, we're human beings, and that's why, just speaking about here, I love it here because everybody's the same. Everybody roots for me just like they root for when Ojeda played or Mario and Waylo. So, and that's the beauty of sports, because at the end of the day, we're all the same. But when you get to put on that uniform, I'm a Diablo. I'm not nothing else but a Diablo from Mexico City.
And really, when we're talking about it's beautiful, and I really want to talk about it a little. I mean, just 3 more, because you see it in football right now. Well, in soccer, but in football, people throwing bananas at a player, right? Because he's black, and you're stupid if you're doing that. Right. That's just plain racism and people that are not educated and stupid, really. And you don't see that in baseball, or at least I've never seen that in baseball. Right. And you say that's good, and everybody understands that baseball is a sport, and it's just for fun, right?
Definitely. That's it.
So it's been hard being an African American, or really not at all.
Right. Well, for me, God controls my destiny, and if it's something that offends me, I try to pray for that person. I mean, I'm not perfect. There's times I get upset, but at the end of the day, I try to let His will be done and control what He can control, and I do what I can to just be the best man and best person I can be, because that's what matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, in Mexico you don't have to worry about that, because most of us, well, I mean, I'm white, but most of Mexicans are dark color, right?
Right.
But talking about Diablos, when you come here and when you start learning about this institution and you see that it has similarities, I mean, of course, it's Yankees, but Diablos, and you see how good of a team it is, do you think I'm on the biggest team and I've done it, or what do you say?
Well, wherever I play, I try to do my best.
Okay.
I do know, that's why there's no beard here. I know there's a tradition, there's history, there's a lot of rich history with this organization. So it brings a lot of, not pressure, but a sense of responsibility to wear the uniform with pride. But, I think I try to do that with every team I play with, is to go out and play my best. And at the end of the day, I know there was questions about home runs and things early in the year with me hitting. But my goal is to win a championship, because nobody remembers you 2 years from now. Who won the home run derby 4 years ago, or the home run title 4 years ago in the Major League? Nobody knows, but they probably can tell you who won the World Series. So that's my biggest goal while I'm here, is to hopefully win the championship.
And when you win your biggest rival, Monterrey, right?
Right.
It really feels different, right?
Having
that win.
Definitely. Last night, man, the whole locker room was just on 10. We were all jumped up, excited, and fired up. And that's what baseball is all about. Even the fans came out last night, and it was loud from the first out to the last out. And that's what we play the game for.
How's your Spanish?
Malo.
Well, hope you're going to be here a lot of time, a lot of years.
Yes, sir.
And, have good luck for today's game. Have an excellent season, and hope you get the championship.
There you go. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For your time.
Decidí usar Movistar porque me gusta que las cosas funcionen. Cuando quiero usarlo, lo puedo hacer para lo que necesite. Rompe el mito.
Movistar, compartida la vida es más.